It's awful. Okay, I thought it would do better with this taking the thumbnail. So, one moment. Let me see if I can fix this. It's even worse. Or maybe this. Ooh, yes. Okay, that's better. Kind of eerie. Okay. So you're probably wondering, what is this big chunk of mail I have here? Well, it's from France. La Poste. Ordered this back when I was working at Barnes & Noble. This is what I remember it is. It's pretty amazing. Well, anything out of it's amazing. You guys should know that by now. There's a lot of good stuff in this. I'm not cool, but I've got good taste. Or I like interesting things. Maybe I'm so boring I need to make my life more interesting. So here's the bubble wrap. So pristine. I don't think I've popped it, although it feels like it has been popped. Slip case. And what does it say here? Here's the front. It says, oh. There. Unearthing. I don't know what's going on with that cover. It's weird. Unearthing. Written, narrated by Alan Moore. Photography by Mitch Jenkins. Musical score written and produced and performed by Crook and Flail, Adam Drucker, and Andrew Broder. Lex 090BOX. And there's a barcode. 87839000148 And can I read? Oh, and then the spine. It says, so again, this is mint in box pretty much. In wrap. It's still in the wrap. I still got the bubble wrap. I still got the original box it came in. And this was, I think, a graphic novel. This is a, well, it looks like it might, I don't know if it's a graphic novel or just an art book with music by Mr. Moore. What heck? Why not? So, yeah, haven't read it, haven't looked at it, haven't opened it. I just know it was cool. And this might even just be an investment. I don't know if this is going to be a comics thing I'll leave in my collection. Let's put that there. It's a little chilly now. It's as if Labor Day and people said, oh, it's fall now. And the weather reality changed. So it's chilly and wet outside. So I've been wearing a pullover around the house. Okay. Opening this box, we've got basically half and half. We got some smaller stuff. We've got some strange sizes. But I will show you everything in here. This, again, is a diamond box, like the previous few. And yes, what I put in the description, the title, that's what's on the box. Yes, I have a great sense of humor. Became a Piece for All Mankind, the untold story of the Apollo 11 silicon disc. Excuse the, there we go. And what this is people don't know this. Most people don't know this. But you've got, you're sending the Apollo 11 up to the moon. The lander is going to stay there. You've seen that picture of where it ignites and just pushes the command module up into the heavens, and the camera pans with it. Yeah, I think. But again, the lander, the struts, the balcony, steps, that stays there. So on there, you have, of course, the plaque. Everybody knows this, especially if you read Watchmen. There's a plaque. It tells you, what's nice on here is it shows you how it was, how the original text, how it was edited. But here, men from the moon landed on the moon. Here, men from Earth landed on the moon, July 1969 AD. They came in peace for all mankind. Armstrong, Aldrin, Collins. That's an early plaque. And then, of course, they changed it to this. And there you see the metal plaque attached to one of the struts. The plaque was made of stainless steel measuring 9 by 7 and 5/8 inches and 1/16 inches thick. The world hemispheres and wards were filled in with black epoxy. It was bent around a 4-inch radius to fit around a strut. A thin sheet of steel protected the plaque and could be removed by Neil Armstrong. So yes, Richard Nixon's signature is on the moon. That'll be the last thing that stays. And then they talk about the flag. And then NASA contacted ambassadors of the world and asked for letters of goodwill. And some did not respond, like the USSR, Austria, for some reason, Bulgaria, Nigeria. Some had no idea what NASA was talking about. So what they did, so Sprague Electric Company was contacted on June 23rd, 1969. How to put these goodwill messages on the moon. So what they did, they had 53,000 components on the Apollo 11 spacecraft, according to this book. Many more were used in ground control equipment. They manufactured components for the Gemini, Apollo, and Skylab missions. So Sprague realized that silicon was a perfect storage medium. To store large amounts of data in a very small area. It's inherently stable, both to temperature to environment and temperature. Disk was 3.8 centimeters wide. The messages could be readily viewed through any low-powered microscope with just 600 to 100 times magnification. And they even got a patent for it. There, that's a Kennedy $50 next to the disk. So basically, they just very fancy microfiche. Basically using a transistor technology. And it's also the process is very similar to what's used to print integrated circuits. Final disc was delivered on July 11th. And then they talk about other things. Da, 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 da. And then you have messages in the back. So, $65 book. I got it free at Barnes & Noble. Having been born 2 weeks before the moon landing. I've always been fascinated by it. That's a cool idea, too. It's something you never know about. Here we have Little Perrault Amongst the Stars. Oh, sorry, I gotta get this right. This is Cub House out of Lion Forge. Graphic novel. Oh, classic. The Little House, Caldecott Metal. Caldecott Metal, really? You look at this and you don't think, that's a Caldecott Metal book? I mean, it's a great book. This is 70 years with a bonus CD. Do I have the CDs in the front? Yes, it is. Little House with Patron Signals, Little House Without, Maybelle the Cable Car. Lorraine Lee Hammond reads and performs the music. And I believe she's also did Steam Shovel? Like Logan Steam Shovel? Okay. And another fascination I have, Antarctica. Southwest Endurance, Shackleton's Antarctic Expedition, 1914-1970. Photographs of Frank Hurley. I got this bargain book, $12.98. I don't know what the original price was. UCL Press. But again, I think when the book Endurance came out, which talked about a great story, that's when I got into Antarctica. But as was common back then, that's a great photo right there at night. You would take take lots of photographs, and then you would make your money doing travel logs. Again, there is the book, and great story too. The idea was South Pole have already been reached, so Shackleton, one of those British explorers, decides, hey, we're going to land in Antarctica, and we're going to hike across it. God laughs. They get stuck in ice. They start drifting with the ice, and the ice starts to crush the boat. They make it to Elephant Island. They take all their provisions, whatever's left over. They make it to Elephant Island, build a camp there, and then Shackleton and a few others take a boat and head for South Georgia Island, where they know there is a whaling station and help. Of course, once they get to South Georgia Island, they're on the wrong side of the island. So they land, have to march, have to climb a mountain, basically, and then get down to the whaling station on the other side. Most I think, all survived. But man, what a great story. Okay, there's multiple levels here, stuff on top of other stuff. I don't know how I'm going to pile this, but okay, smaller stuff. So we have Trivermore scraps. Really sorry about that. There we go. And he's a kid. Or was a kid. Good for him. Making his own comics. I have no idea what he's doing now. Drawing blood cartoons for Amnesty International. Jose Simmons is in here. The 70s, Life in a Dumb Decade by Jim Ryan. Harmony Books, Crown Publishing. So, hey, good for him. Striking Close to Home, John McPherson. One of the pioneers of quirky cartooning panels. Now, here's a great one. I discovered this in the philosophy section. And this is from Anchor Books, right? Zen Speaks. Zai Si Chung. This gentleman is one of the most popular cartoonists in Taiwan, to the point where best-selling authors asked that he be placed on a separate bestseller list. In the middle of his career, I guess, he got interested in Eastern philosophy and started adapting classic texts, such as Zen Buddhism. Anchor Book, yes. Zen Buddhism, yes. So, so this, of course, falls under my nonfiction comics. What's really nice about this, if you really want to get into it, I mean, is that they reprint the original text, excuse me, right next to the cartoon that's explaining that text, or replaying that text. We actually have a graphic novel in here. Heroes, Volume 2. DC. And NBC. What I Hate from A to Z, Ross Chast. Oh, what a treasure she is. New Yorker. And this is a review copy. Got out of box. Not at the office. Here we have Judge Dredd, The Complete Case Files, Volume 5. Again, these are a bargain, $20. Look at that. Black and white. Comics, yes. Larry and Wonderland, a Pearls Before Swine collection. All right, I'll do the other side here too. Stickman Odyssey, Book 1, An Epic Doodle, Christopher Ford. Well, that's one way to do it, right? There. Let's get it better. There. And that's exactly what it is. I mean, it's not bad. It's just primitive. Yes. Oh, yes. To Teach, The Journey in Comics by William Ayres. Graphic novel adaptation of his classic work. And self-portrait of the artist and inscription with Bill Ayres. Teen boat. The angst of being a teen, the thrill of being a boat. Yes, you can turn into a boat. That's the sound of that. There it is. I've known him for, at least 2 decades now, more than that. Maybe 25 years. Jeez, it's been that long. John Green and Dave Roman. Check out their work. The Voyeurs by Gabriel Bell. It's a nice memoir, actually. Nicely designed. We got here 2 copies of Club Penguin. Oh, it's the same one. Disney Club Penguin Comics, Volume 1. And Club Penguin, Shadow Guy, and Gamma Gal, Heroes Unite. I never got into that. But, hey, comics, kids, what a great combination. Here we have another Hergé Tintin, King Ottokar's Scepter. What a very great name that is. Whoa, and there is back matter in here. Real life inspiration by Tintin's Adventures. How many pages is that? 24 pages of back matter. That's kind of cool. And what's the strangeness here? White Ninja by Scott Bevan and Kent Earl. There we go. $15 book. Yes, very primitive art, but that's all right if it works. Here we have Gathering Blue, Companion to the Giver. Yes, it's a prose novel. I think they have the whole set now. I've never read the book, to tell you the truth. But I'm a fan of The Giver because back in the early 90s, when I was working on my education degree to become a librarian, I had to take Literature for the Adolescent, which was a summer school class. Not a problem. Met every day. But the professor would finish each class by reading from The Giver. And let me tell you, nobody missed a class. I think I missed, because of a holiday or something, I think I might have missed 1 class. But man, what a story. The movie, don't bother. But the book, and hopefully the rest of the books are too good. I don't know. Slovis Lowry, they're probably good. But The Giver, oh my Lord, that was good. Here we have The Art of the Brick, the pictorial by Nathan Sawaya. You've seen his work. I don't know. Let me see if I can find the really good stuff in here that people noticed. Yes. Museum collection. That's the one people most know. He does regular stuff too. Yeah. Pretty ding dang cool. And then, oh, okay. Now we're getting down to the bottom, to the bedrock. Okay, that's a whole stack of stuff. I'm going to leave that there for now. Let's go into these arcs at the back. God, I really don't know how I'm going to unbox this. Okay. These are all the same arc, but I grabbed them because Babysitter Club's graphics number 6, Christie's Big Day. There's the arc. This is about as archy as you can get, like generic. Look at that. Plain black text. It's been on sale late August 2018, $10.99. 3 color pages up front. I think this is all photocopied probably. And then black and white on the back. But they're unique, they're unusual, and I grabbed them. And they were free, so I grabbed them. Underneath that, we have Classics Illustrated. Presents Dread Island, Joe R. Lansdale. Oh, excuse me. Classics Mutilated by Joe R. Lansdale. Dread Island. There we are. This is from IDW. That's another art. Agatha H. and the Clockwork Princess, which I grabbed because this is a tie-in to Girl Genius. This is one of their first novels, I believe. Oh, who did the cover art? Jacket illustration by Tom Kidd, not by him. Jacket art and designed by Jason Snare. No spot illustrations, but quite a few footnotes. So underneath that, okay, there's another layer under that, on top of that. Because again, I was just tossing big stuff in here, unusual stuff. So I just made it fit. It's almost like a puzzle. I don't know if I can get all back in. We have Vagabond 11, explicit content. And there's the spine. Darn that spotless. Darn that. Okay, anyway. There's the cover. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's no there. That's how you do it. Not bad. $20 for a good chunk of manga. That's one pile. Next, we have really teeny tiny books. We have Better for Worse little book, Graduation, just the beginning. Those little gift books you give. And this is $5.99 American. We have Mini Manga, Mecha Manga, the pocket reference to drawing all manga, robots, and machines. Cold Weapons. $8 American. Here we have Invasion. Redakai? Conquer the Kairu? Invasion of the Gilframe? I'm not making this up, folks. This is right there on the cover. That's seen on Cartoon Network. I guess I blinked. Viz Media, Viz Kids, Spin Masters, Zodiac Kids, recommended ages 7 and up. I have, this is like it's from another universe. Oh, and speaking of what was that? Giver. Thank you for putting on the cover. There's another volume. Messenger by Lois Lowry. They have like a reading list in front here. Giver, Gathering Blue, Sun. Messenger, this might be third or fourth. I don't know. They're all in the back. God, sorry about this lighting, folks. Somebody put this lampshade back up on my spotlight. I'm not gonna futz with it now. Okay, now, so here's the bottom of that side. We have marbles, Mania, Depression, Michelangelo, and Me, a graphic memoir by Ellen Forney about manic depressive. What is it called now? Bipolar. Excuse me, bipolar disorder. Now, here's the thing. I got this book. It's an uncorrected proof, right? I start reading it. It's bound upside down. I don't think that was deliberate. But if I ever get to sign it, she is an amazing person. I will point that out to her. And maybe she'll have a good laugh. Here we have Usagi Yojimbo, Traders of the Earth. Dark Horse volume number 26. I think IDW now has the license. There's always Fantagraphics. Black and white. Wonderful. This is American, but animal manga. I guess you can call it animal manga. Yeah. And then we have Essex County Volume 2, Ghost Stories by Jeff Lemire. Another great writer. Great. Nope. Not signed. I have no idea what this go back to. And then here's one of the books from the 90s. How old is this? It has a 3-inch floppy diskette in the back. And this is Artificial Life Lab, the Wait Group. Design your own Windows world of cybernetic creatures with incredible 3D multimedia boppers program. Now, and this is what's really cool about it. Ruddy Rucker authored this. Read a science fiction. I don't know if he's still writing science fiction. So, but again, not a programmer, but I got interested in the game of life, Jerry Conway, back when I was a nerd in high school. And so early simulation programs like this, it's always been interesting. I have another volume somewhere that goes into life simulations. This even has a 3D, I guess, red and blue thing going on. But I guess the program is called Boppers. Minimum requirements. Your IBM PC compatible computer must have Windows 3.1. I don't have it, so I can't run it. Oh no. At least 4 megabytes or more RAM. At least 1.5 megabytes on a hard disk. Life and A-Life. Okay, yeah. $34.95 comes with 3D glasses, which I've never used because I didn't run the program. I don't even think I've ever opened the program. Yeah, I don't think I have. Copyright 1993, folks. Yep, those were the days, right? Before the internet. Here we have Think and Grow Rich, Smarter Comics. The adaptation from Napoleon Hill. This was $9.90. Crowdsourced. And we have, this is for DC, way back, 94, 95. Jumpstart, A Love Story by Rob Armstrong. Strip's still going strong. We have it in our my local paper. I thought I got him to sign it, but I guess I didn't. Slightly water damage. Just got a little bit of a... Anyway, folks, goes, sorry. 1989. Good for him. 30 years of cartooning. 150 newspapers here. $12. I don't know if there's been any future collections. He's done a few books for kids. And now, the last thing in this box. Living in New York City, we have newspaper syndicates. And newspaper syndicates have to copyright their stuff. So what they did, I got NEA in here, and I've got King United Features. So what each syndicate would do to make a copyright, they would basically make an ash can. 1995, NEA Comic Weekly, 50 cents. I got these at Jim Hanley's Universe back when it was located across the street from the Empire State Building, right? So what they would do is, this is for September 18th, 1995, and it's photocopied. You could hear that. It's, you know, the but what they would do is they would print the dailies on one sheet. And I think it's also what they used as tear sheets to send out to clients. So in here we have Frank and Ernest, great strip. I think I'm finally getting someplace. He says he's moving my pay raise request from the back burner to the incinerator. U.S. Founding Fathers exhibit. Did you know that behind every founding father there was a founding mother? Right. Yelling, it's in the top left drawer next to the sink. Born Loser. The Griswells. Eke and Meek. Arlo and Janice. Big Nate before he became famous. Beatty Boulevard. Kit and Carlisle. Alley Oop, yes, by Dave Grau and Jack Bender. Nicely drawn dinosaurs. Robot Man. Pop Culture by Steve McCary. Yes, you had weekly daily strips. Bridget Wilson. Joanna Lumley. Joe Strummer, Steve McQueen, Man from Uncle, and Tim Roth. Then we have features like the bubblegum wrapper, activity page. We have other things. NEA bubblegum wrapper, yes. I think a lot of these can be fit in other faces. Another page of Connecticut. Here we have, and then we have the Sundays. Frank and Ernest. We've been picking up their television programs for years, but decided to come and look for intelligent life. Born Loser Sunday, Barry's World, which is a great strip, by the way. I think it still exists. I don't know. Milo and Janice, Big Nate, Robot Man, Alley Oop. And that's that. So, and generally speaking, these would come out, I think, 2 weeks before, 2-3 weeks before the strips hit the papers. Again, I wasn't really reading newspapers when I was in New York back then. This is 1995. So technically, I was in D.C. at that time. But on my trips to New York, I bought, because they're 50 cents. And look at this, you get comics before they come out. So I would buy copies of whatever they had. Oh, wow, here's this week from 25 years ago, my friends. No, I kid you not. But again, these are for strips from 9/18 to 9/23. So maybe August 28th has it. Let's look at the biography strips and see. '98, '99. Nope. Missed it by that much. I need the first one for September. September 4th, yes. Happy around. That's pretty good. This is pretty good from The Born Loser by Art and Chip Sampson. Don't be angry with me, Chief. After all, we learn from our mistakes. For Apple, if you learned from your mistakes, from the mistakes you've made, you'd be a genius by now. That's a pretty good burn. You know, it's time to clean the house when your cat is being terrorized by dust bunnies. Jane Bandler from V. I only can't remember where I put it. I can't even remember what it is. That's pretty good. So that's NEA, Newspaper Enterprise Association Incorporated. Now we have United Future Comics, much thicker. This is volume 56, number 41, 1995, 50 cents still. Still have the same address. 200 Madison Avenue. Let's see. It might have been the same. Yep. Same place. No surprise. Just two different syndicates. But as you can see, what a lineup. And we'll go through here. Right. So we start with Peanuts. This is October 1995. Circa October 16th. We have Over the Hedge. We have Dilbert. We have comics are now available electronically via United Media's Bills and Board service. Call customer service for information. Nancy. My Guy and Brad Gilchrist. Marmaduke. Executive Suite. Rose is Rose, a nice strip. Francie by Sherry Shepard. Jumpstart, as I mentioned. 9 Chickweed Lane, great strip. I think I mentioned that earlier. Betty. Nice unique style there. Drabble. Tarzan by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Russ Manning strips, 1971 reprints. Jeez. Still good stuff. Don't know how it reproduces with today's sizes. Committed by Michael Fry. Ferdinand by Henry Greer. Great silent strip. Reality Check by Dave Lemond. Health Capsules by MPET, MD, and Jed Hurd. Then we have Kids Spot, which are cute little, not a bad idea really, puzzles. But panel size, wordy-gurdy, of course. I think that's still my favorite. I wish they'd do a collection of these. Graffiti by Gene Mora. Water Pollution, H2 No. Lover's Knot, Single Bow. Today, the characters in 30-something or 40th and still haven't found themselves. Computer dates are calculated risks. People who finish up with their psychiatrist or shrink wrapped. Misers watch the rest of the world go by. That's kind of cool. So Peanuts rerun. Lucy reruns Snoopy in the sandbox. Lucy asks, "What's this? A tooth? I lost another tooth." That's great. You can put it under your pillow tonight, and the tooth fairy will bring you a whole bunch of money. Why would you do that? They need teeth. They use them to make piano keys. Piano keys? I'm a few years old. I've been around for 5 years. And I wouldn't believe anything anyone's ever told me. And Snoopy says, "If I could talk, kid, I'd tell you about the tooth beagle." And then we have the Sundays. For 50 cents. You got them weeks in advance. And I know you want to see it. Now you have to remember, on comics, Sunday comics, those first two panels, the top tier, or throwaway, depending on how the comic was formatted in the local Sunday paper. That's why there's no dialogue there. After passing through the veil, Tarzan finds himself captured and sent to the arena of death. His foe strikes with the speed of Hista, the snake, but Tarzan is faster. Unexpectedly faster. Kliga! Bundolo! Unexpectedly strong. And that gives Tarzan a chance. In their own words. Rabbit Ears presents Harebrained Hobbies, fun activity with favorite storybook characters. Okay, so little snapshot. United Feature. Oh, they changed their style. They changed the cover. Tip top. Okay. Most of these. So I don't know what the difference. Someone will probably tell me what the difference is between NEA and United Features. It might be creator owned. It might be they acquired them. What else is in here? Something I didn't recognize on the cover here. Oh, Herman, that's nice. Monty, which I think was Robot. Oh no, Soup to Nuts. There's Soup to Nuts. That was good. Yeah. Maybe that's what that one. I don't know. No, something else. Anyhow. So yeah, we have United Features, NEA. I don't know where King Feature. I'm sure King Features did something similar. Oh, it's just a piece of paper in the middle. Wow. Ooh, it's a Barnes & Noble shipping packing list. Metro City Shiny Stars, about $15. Jonathan Hickman Fantastic Four, Volume 4, $12.25. Good stuff, by the way. Hickman generally is a very good writer, especially for superhero stuff. And if they just let him do his own thing, I want to see more accessible Grant Morrison. But his X-Men stuff, I haven't read it since it was launched. For the launch, the Hawkspox, that was good stuff. That was a good, nice rework. And I have no idea what timeline it's in, if it's in regular 616 or something else, because there's also multiple timelines going on. Yeah. So as I was saying, I think almost every syndicate did something like this. Like where did King Features put theirs? I don't know. But again, that allowed them to publish it very quickly, cheaply, get the copyright. Maybe sold it in 2 stores in New York. And boom. And it could be they didn't even probably sell it to Tim Hanley's. They probably just said, here, we need to get the copyright done. Here's free comics. So they probably did 25 to 50 copies. 1 copy to, I guess 2 copies to Library of Congress. How can I do this? Don't remember. Oh. Okay. Anyway, that, my friends, ends that box. I'm not going to show because I put stuff back in, which I shouldn't because I know I got to do the inventory. But you've seen a diamond box before. 45 minutes, my friends. Thank you for watching. I hope your September is going well. I'm going back to work on Tuesday at the library, so I got to worry about that. My biggest concern is people coming without masks and not wanting to wear masks, and all we have is a security guard, not a police officer. There's a police officer there handing out free masks. Different story, especially with the $25 fine and ordinance for not wearing a mask in the city. But we will have limited seating, limited capacity, a lot of social distancing, a lot of sanitation. So hopefully it goes well. I'm glad to get back to work to get a paycheck again, even though it's not a great paycheck, it's still a paycheck. I've really been on a tight budget these past 6 months. I'm lucky, but still. Anyhow, so I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're staying safe, staying well. A lot of crap happening right now in this world. Almost biblical. But that's life, especially today. We're reminded about that. All sorts of stuff happening. Stuff happens. You adapt. Keep going. Keep on trekking. Keep on marching, walking, crawling, going forward if you can. You have to stop and take a nap every so often. Fine. Go ahead and do that. No one's going to complain. And looking back, you're not going to say, oh, I should have taken so many naps. You might say, yeah, I wish I'd done this and that. But having taken naps, I don't think anybody regrets that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, share, comments, communicate. Be good to one another. Yeah, be good to one another. Try to make the world a better place. Don't be a jerk. Unless it's necessary, especially if it's the other person. Sometimes you just got to be a jerk, but try not to be a jerk. So, on those words, I will see you soon. Thank you and bye.